despite them keeping this figure as movie accurate as possible, they did one thing that I really enjoy. They still provided the means for an inner robot. So to get access to it, you simply just detach the shoulders like this, open up the arms, and then reach and open up the back, and then pull out the back, and it's the same inner robot as the War for Cybertron Ultra Magnus from Earthrise, so, or maybe it was Kingdom. But either way, I just appreciated that little bit that they added in there. Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we're looking at Transformers Studio Series, the movie 1986, Ultra Magnus. He's a Commander class. I think I've only ever reviewed one Commander class before, Rodimus, but technically is it really a Commander class? I mean, weight and mass-wise, sure. How much you paid for him? Yeah. But Jetfire and Ultra Magnus, true Commander class. Oh, Skylinks. Don't forget about Skylinks, my favorite one. Yeah, I think Ultra Magnus here is a nice number 2. What comes into the box? Well, you see the box, which was damaged thanks to whatever has been posted, which is unusual. Usually they're the pristine one. But also comes with this 5-piece bit of explosives, so you know, you just tear it apart, use it how you want. Otherwise, it's 5mm ports all the way across. Then there's also these 2 additional blast effects. They have this little bit of gray in them, so hey. You know, of course, comes with his instructions and don't hurt yourself paper. So you know, remember, don't hurt yourself. And in addition, his ears are separate, or his antenna. I don't know why I said ears. They are separate, but they only fit one way. Otherwise, they'll pop out. So there's a little crevice inside his head. I can't show you obviously because I put the antenna on. But if you get it, you'll see it and you go, oh, okay, that makes sense. Comes with these things. They are rocket mounted, shoulder mounted rockets. They come apart. You can apply the blast effects in there if you want to. Make it look like it's firing. Let's do a quick example of that. There we go. So it looks like he's firing. And then he also comes with 2 rifles, although maybe one's considered a handgun. So they attach to the back. They only attach to these spots. The little bit, because apparently they're clear painted white and silver. The bits you can see that mount are different sizes, so you can't put them in different ports. But yeah, they're decent looking guns. So, and of course, in his chest is the Matrix. And it is similar, but not the same size as the others, obviously. So, hollow in the back, as usual. And you can just put it back in there. It's too bad he doesn't have the... I mean, unless you bust his shoulders. Actually, I'm going to try that. There is these tabs here. If you pop them, we'll close this back up. You got articulated hands. Oh, come on. Yeah, so pointy finger and then knuckles. Let's see, I'll just do the finger. There. Got it held in one hand. But you see what I'm talking about. So you could probably redo the Dammit open scene with his hands above his arms. Although I don't... Actually, let's find out. Listen to those tight ratchets. Yeah, it wouldn't look good if you did that. Because you end up having to fold his arms upside down and... So, yeah, you're not going to get that as particular visual, which is a little bit sad. But on the plus side, he does have a Matrix that fits in his chest. Something they didn't do with the War for Cybertron series. So, you know, there's that. Some nice detail inside there. We'll close this back up. So, let's take a look at the box before I get much further. And this is the box. It has a nice image of a scene from the movie where they're, you know, about to take off in the ships. And, of course, here's Magnus on the side. Here is the back of the box where you see his 2 modes. There is no inner robot, which makes me sad because When I was little, there was an inner robot, it was a white Ultra or Optimus Prime. But then they did the War for Cybertron series, and he had an inner robot, but he wasn't technically a car carrier either. They just tried to modernize it. It looks more like a cattle carrier. If you ever see one of those long trucks with all those vents in there, they carry horses and cows, you know. Anyway, Magnus in alt, in alt mode. He shows right here the car carrier feature. And then, of course, there's a backdrop, which I will show you now. And it is a good-looking backdrop. It is him without... It's the same scene, but he's not standing in it. So it gives you the opportunity to put him on there. And, yeah, it's decent enough. Magnus has some light piping. Yep, that is spectacular. His hands, as I mentioned, are articulate on a finger, and then he has these inside... There's like the pointy finger moves, and then the other 3 fingers are attached. I think it's the same situation with Rodimus. If I can get the fingers out, yes. There you go. So he can hold his guns. You don't have to put the fist closed or anything because, you know, the fingers are just there to look for, I guess. But yeah, you can close the fist a little bit or all the way. Your choice. You can make it look like he's holding the trigger. Although technically the trigger area is closer to where his hand's holding it, so really I guess you have to close the fists. But I mean, it doesn't look necessarily correct per se. I don't know. They should have made the guns a little bit lower here just so they can be in the hand. And that's really my only significant complaint about this thing. He looks pretty good. I'm gonna take this and this, move these over here, and let's take a quick look around. And what confused me at first was there's a asymmetric thing going on here, and my brain was like, wait a minute, is something broken? But apparently there's a connecting joint at some point. I'll figure out when we get to the transformation. But yeah, so that's supposed to be that way. Although, out of the box, this panel won't stay closed. So, keep an eye on that. It looks like I might have to shave something, because it's both sides. But, yeah, otherwise, looks spectacular. Very little empty space. He is Chunky Boy, so he's heavy. But, yeah, he looks fantastic. Let's see if I can get him to a wider stance. There you go.
Less than 50% of viewers have subscribed to this channel. Please consider clicking that subscribe button to get us one step closer to monetization. Thank you for watching.
So, transformation. I've seen it done 4 times. And I'm going to try it by memory. Oh, and I do have one other complaint. These latches here, they are so thin that I worry about them not being able to last the long term. Because... I don't know how you can see it, but I can actually bend it a little bit. It has bend, and I don't like that. So keep that in mind. And this guy is so big, it's really hard to get him to display in here and still be able to see everything. Kind of have him lurching a little bit forward. Got flaps. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, unfolding things. Let's straighten his arm. There's like a locking bit in his arm, and I want to straighten all of this out and pull these up. And I'm sorry if something goes off camera. It's just I trying to do this from memory. The instructions, I don't know. I mean, they're not particularly difficult to read. They're just always a pain for me to read. There's these little clips up here. Just clip up the arms and lock those into place. And I'm trying to keep these even here. Let's see. So there's a whole lot going on here, and I think these go in here, and then this part goes up, and this part goes up, and this is the truck. And let's see. Unfold these. And unfold this. And unfold this. And there's this flap here, if I can get it. I believe Magnus's head's supposed to go on the other side of it. Oh yeah, I can pull the tires down. They're right here. And here we go. I can get his head to go back. Because my understanding, oh yeah, so there are these little bits in his face, and they go into, or these go into its bits here. Oh, you can show it. Yeah, these tabs go into the slots here in his face. So we got to make sure that when we pull this over, that's that way. But I think before we do, we're supposed to fold this in. Come on. Back. Oh, there you go. Flip this about. And then I think his skirt goes up here. Or maybe not. I'll also save it for right there. But then we... Let's see. I'll fold this up here. Okay, so we got the stacks for the truck. Okay, I think these go up here. And then this becomes the roof of the cab, if I remember correctly. I have a joint that's out of whack. There we go. I might have just done it. Hold on. Back. Because you can see that the hinge fits perfectly in there if I do it right. And hopefully this is just the most difficult part for me today. There we go. We seal that in. And now it's just the front end. And make sure the tire's out. And make sure the face is still in place. Put the stacks up. And voila, we got truck. And it rolls fine. So we'll put him over here. Whew. Hopefully that makes the rest of this easier. Okay. So... I believe we gotta flip these around. And let's see, this piece is here. I think this does actually now go here. And then it makes me wonder, hold on. So if I click this in, oh yeah, see, when I went to push this in, it created a white spot. Yeah, I thought maybe I'd gotten lucky and got one that didn't have that particular problem. Yeah, and, yep. Not a fan of that. But, let's see. Secure the rest of it. Take these off. It locks into place. It's supposed to be. Okay, so that's part of it. They connect together, and I don't know. Here we go. Pulls out the front end, and then. There's a gap filler here, and another one over here, and then we got to take these apart, and there we go. Do that with this side here. There we go. Anyway. So the leg gets kind of shifted, and pull these forward, and it might be easier if I attach the legs and then try to move them simultaneously. Before I do that, the wheels come out and then down. So do that on both sides, out and down. And let's see if I can get the legs to do what I need them to do, which is basically pick a new joint. Come on. Because I think that's what I'm supposed to do, is get them to... This, you know, I figure a commander class would be a little bit better, but it's trying to disappoint me a little bit. I'm gonna move these because they can attach there once I get this in place. His knees, there's like, I don't know if you see these little bits here. I'm supposed to get these to go down, although maybe it'll be easier with one leg. There we go. Oh, finally! And reattach, and then we can go ahead and attach this and this. Did I do it far enough? Looks like I got one side correct and the other side is a little off still. Yeah, it is. Man, this is a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Oh, there you go. Oh, I didn't do it right in either. But hopefully that's correct. Oh, tell me in the comments if that's correct. I feel like if this goes together, then it was. Okay, now let's try to... Oh, I guess it was correct. And there that goes too. And reconnect everything. Oh, now it kind of goes back together real easy. These go up and fill in that gap. Okay, so far so good. Did I not get this correct? That's a little crooked, isn't it? Hold on. Heck. And then, let's see, you're supposed to put these in place here. My back legs look off. Looks right. I'm definitely going to have to take a better look at it later. But assuming you have everything right, you can actually lower these and simulate that you're loading or offloading vehicles, which is nice. And it reminds me of the other one. See, the original G1 one was also a bit chunky in the shoulder region too. Although the ratchets are super tight on this. So I have mistransformed something. I'm not sure what. Anyway, let's start decorating this thing. And put these things on. And the guns, you can stick wherever you want. I'm just going to have them facing backwards in case anybody's attacking from behind, I guess. And then this has a little switch that goes through here that you can see right here that you just put on and slide into place. And he rolls pretty good. He looks pretty good. I'll probably have to touch up some of this stuff later, but his back tires aren't touching the ground. Then again, it could be the surface, but his front and rear tires on the trailer are working well. I don't have any vehicles on me to test, but there's plenty of videos out there that show it. This is the worst instructional video ever because I did it entirely by memory, and so he rolled good. He looks good. I'm going to generally keep him in bot mode. There's the larger bots I keep in bot mode on a shelf, so he is going to just be there. But otherwise, so happy to get him. He looks so true to the movie. I'm looking forward to, let's see, Junkyard, I guess, or whatever, the scrap heap. I'm forgetting the names of the Junkyards, but and then of course Swoop to finish off the Dinobots. So I think Studio Series is doing some great work. This thing here that annoys me, that I also had that problem, and I knew it going in. I should have sanded it down a little notch, but if for some reason it didn't occur to me before I even recorded this. But if you're looking for Magnus True to the movie, this is definitely the one to get.
With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this item. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.